Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading for my haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means any reading that you purchase, you also get that same reading free. You can do it back to back, or I can note you in my notes, and we come back and do it another time, the free one. It's up to you. Just gonna put some things in the chat. So that anybody who maybe comes by will know what's going on. Hey, Middle Ring. I'm going to put your questions in the chat that you were going to put in last night. Go ahead. I was waiting for you to, but I guess, I don't know, maybe you dozed off and didn't hear me or missed the part I said. I was like, put the questions in the chat. So I'm just telling you now. I'm just going to put some things in the chat so that anybody who maybe comes by will know what's going on. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. We do have Super Chats, but I prefer Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, please. Is Napa Valley still on fire? I heard it was on fire last week. I was just curious if you knew. I will be doing the free collective message. There'll be one on career, one on love, in about an hour. But the first free collective message is going to happen in about 15 minutes. And of course, always at the end, about 2 hours in, I'll always do another free collective message. So the three free collective messages are career, love, and finances. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Every reading is buy one, get one free. So if you get the $6 taco box, it's 3 questions, you get a free one. Same with the 1111 love reading, the $15 triple X love reading, the $20 past, present, future, or the $30 general. I prefer PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, but I will take Super Chats. Please don't forget to like the live and subscribe. I'll put the spirit box on at 10 likes, and I'll let you guys ask any question you want at 200 questions. I mean, at 200 likes. Hey Nadine, how are you? Welcome back to the haunted house. It's nice to see you. I'm good. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for asking. ChatGPT told me to do this to my hair, so I did just for fun, and I actually am really happy I did. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't even ask it to do this, like to do that. But I was working on a thumbnail for this channel, and at the time I did have like a pastel purple and lilac thing going on. So I'd asked ChatGPT if it could change the blue hair I had in one thumbnail to the pastel pink and purple, and instead it did my hair like this, and I asked it why, and it said because it thought that I would look amazing with my hair like this. Isn't that kind of creepy. I thought it was creepy, but I thought I would try it anyways, just for fun. So it's been interesting. I do like to change my hair a lot, but this is like really grown on me. Has anybody had any interesting chat GPT or AI suggesting things as if they can see you or read your mind? Let me know. Leave me a comment if this isn't live when you find this question, or tell me in chat. So tonight's special is the buy one get one free reading. So every reading that you buy, you get one for free. $6 taco box, 3+ questions. You can get the 11/11 love reading, the $15 XXX love reading, or you can get the $20 past, present, future, as well as the $30 general. Hey Molly, welcome back to the Chammy. Welcome back to the haunted house. What's your update, Melrain? I would love to hear your update, dear. No sub, no like, no read, be groovy or leave man. You can come back when you feel better if Molly hasn't hidden you. So what does no posers, no jobbers, no frontin', no fear mean? It means, you know, put your big girl or big boy pants on and please just be yourself. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to come in here as Batman or a pallbearer or anything but yourself. I'm just asking for your true, authentic self, please. You don't have to come in here as an agent from Matrix. No judgment. And Molly, please, I mean the first simp that opens their mouth, hide them, please. I don't care what they say. Okay, so she apologized. That's a good start. It's a very good start to the version of her that we want. No timings, no health, no legal, financial, no pregnancy questions, please. This is not Madam Stormie's DNA testing show. Please try to stay on topic. If you have already had a tarot card reading, give me an update. If you've not had a tarot card reading yet, please buy one. Let me help you with getting that roadmap to your heart's desires. 18 plus only. Molly, if anyone seems like they're not 18 plus, just hide them, please. You asked her for what? Hitting you back. So I'm guessing she means like not getting back to you. It's just she hangs out obviously with a lot of dudes and picks up on their dude talking. I personally wouldn't say it like that, but that's kind of cute. And I probably just wouldn't say it like that because no hitting allowed. You can hit on me, but no hitting me. So, you know, I got put on the naughty step today, which is fine. Because I'm always reminded of something that, you know, that I need to correct in myself in my journey. You know, and I've been living a lot from the version of Eliana that I don't want. And staying in that version of her that I don't want. Instead of living from the version of her that I want. And because we keep doing that, she has stayed very much in the fucking that we don't want to see. But it feels as if you just telling me this, it's like as if something has changed. Maybe just us talking about it, like instead of waiting for her to change, we're talking from the version of her we want instead of from the version we don't want. Every time we talk about her. Hey Mahogany, how have you been? Welcome back. Oh, you're the first one, dear. I am going to be doing a free collective message in a few minutes, so if you want to just take the time to get a paid reading and put that in, I can get started with your paid reading right after I do that collective message. And Metal Rain's just updating me on his case. Oh, you were supposed to call her that. Oh, what you doing, puppy? You gonna start whining? Gypsy. I don't know what's up with Gypsy. She just loves to sleep on any laundry that I do. It's like she's a cat in a dog's, or a chihuahua, excuse me. She's not just any dog. Don't want to insult her, and then maybe she starts dragging me up the stairs by the ears like she does the other dogs. What is it, Gizmo? Yeah? Oh. I'm sorry, little one. Are you too short to get up there? Should we do a YouTube short series? Call it Shorties on Shorts? You did see Rebecca today. Thank you so much for your payment, Mahogany. I appreciate that. That's very kind and generous of you. So whenever you're ready, Mahogany, you can put your questions in the chat, and I'm just going to go ahead and start the free collective message here in a moment. I'm just getting the cards ready. I'm glad you got to see Rebecca. That's a very good start as well to the Labor Day holiday. You get 3 questions, up to 6+ cards, up to 6+ minutes, whichever one comes first. Sometimes I carry on those. So. You could be sitting here 2 hours later rolling your eyes. But yeah, it's up to 3 questions. And we can do your free one right afterwards if you want to. Or I can note it that you have a free one. Whatever's good for you. Am I still here? My Neenernet might be going out. Just fair warning. But I'll be back if I do disconnect. I'll be back. I'm going to do the first free collective message. So this is the collective message that Spirit has for us at this time and what we need to know now. About now and the not too distant future. Because remember, we're always in the now. Spirit, I'm calling for our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective spirit message. What do you need us to know at this time? Spirit, what do you need us to know at this time? Could you give us a message from the liminal space deck? This is for anyone who maybe be in chat, maybe they're going to be in chat later, maybe they'll find this when I am not live. I will put the timestamp in, I promise, in the comments when it uploads to YouTube. I've been really bad about that. If somebody else wants to know what time these timestamps happen, I will put them in chat like this when I'm doing the collective message. You can always come back later and comment the timestamps for me. No pressure. Or just gently remind me, hey, put some timestamps up, girl. Spirit, what kind of spirit message do you have for us this evening from the liminal space deck? I'm sorry to hear that, Mahogany, that he might be judging you hard. It's just a quick little 3-card message from Spirit. Keep getting this body scan card. We've gotten this a lot for the collective message over the last week. I feel like Spirit is once again noting, you know, as we go into the new season, take note of how you're feeling physically, emotionally, spiritually, your well-being, and start working all those aspects out, or continue to work out those aspects in a way that pleases you. So you keep showing up to yourself, that version of yourself that you love, cherish, and adore, and you'll see you'll attract more of what you want instead of what you don't want. Life is a miracle. And every mile that you take and that you breathe is in that mile that, you know, whether you're in nature or maybe you're inside and you're working on something that's important, or just at your job, every moment is definitely a miracle. I also feel like Spirit's saying there are many miracles for you to behold. If you have not felt like if you feel like you have not seen a miracle or experienced a miracle, you're about to experience a miracle every day. Because it's just the right timing. You know, it may be that you see something that starts you off on your spiritual education and adventure in finding that highly vibrational version of yourself that you truly desire to be. It could be just the right timing for you to re-experience and reinvent your highly vibrational self. You'll start to notice the change because maybe things around you will trigger you more because they're not aligning with the version of yourself that you've worked on, the one where you're happy with that self-concept, that self-love and self-care that you've been doing for yourself. Self-care, self-love is true love. So I feel like that's the message from Spirit today. And Mahogany, let's go ahead and get into your questions. I'm going to go ahead and spread all the cards out and tell you the story in that way. I'm going to set your timer. If you want to do your free reading right after, we can as well. So be thinking about those questions, or I can note it for you to come back on another day and get your free reading. Spirit, I'm calling forth Mahogany's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Mahogany need to know about how does Reese feel after their disagreement they had? How is Reese feeling about the disagreement they had? And what does Mahogany need to know about that? Spirit, will he say anything to her after tonight? Will he say anything to her after tonight? Will we say anything to Mahogany after tonight? Spirit, why does Reese judge Mahogany so hard? And what does she need to know about that? Calling forth their most trusted and strongest spirit guides on what Mahogany needs to know now about why Reese judges Mahogany so hard. So he might not even realize that you had a disagreement. If he does realize you've had a disagreement, he obviously said something that was a wish-fulfilling thing of something he really wished to get through to you. So he feels in his authoritative power in the King of Swords and the Nine of Cups. He's been juggling this for a long time. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? He's been juggling this for a long time, this energy, because he does see you in his future. And he does feel that he may have been too prickly. He does feel he may have been too abrasive in that King of Swords. But he really did feel like whatever it was that you had your disagreement about, that he felt like he was in the right. But of course, it's our reality, so we're always right. Right? Like, there's a reality where you're right, he's right, you're both right. But he does feel tonight as if he may have been too abrasive, but he feels like he was in the right because he's been wishing to express something to you that's important to him in that Nine of Cups. Something he's been juggling, an idea, something with his balance, his nature of things, and then the Three of Wands showing, he wanted to communicate this so he could see a little bit more into his own clarity in that Three of Wands about you both. Will he talk to you again? Yes, he will, but, and he may talk to you when he's not the best version of himself to see if you will still unconditionally care. To see if he may sneak out on his feelings and emotions and the kinds of loving responses you'd like to get, but he will respond. He will talk to you again after tonight. And the first card was the Lovers. with the energy being that Seven of Swords, which this is a card that is very much about people being sneaky, but I think this is more about him and more about you and your thoughts about each other, not speaking again, not seeing eye to eye again, not finding that common ground, and maybe, you know, eluding the love that you have found, the seeds of love that you have planted, eluding where you guys are going with this and sneaking out on yourselves regarding that love story. So as far as to what, well, you know, as to far as to why does he judge you so hard? So you've got Three of Cups, Four of Swords, Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands, and then reversed Ten of Pentacles. I feel like he judges you so hard because, first of all, that's the version of, that's the role you give him to play in your reality. Maybe you have been judged harshly by others in the past. Maybe you have been traumatized by that kind of gesture from people, that kind of poor response. But the reason he's judging you so hard, the reason you're feeling that, okay, is because you may very well be on the defense, looking more for that kind of thing from him instead of. Do you see what I'm saying? Like superimposing an old situation from the past with a new one. But really, the Three of Cups is showing you that this person, it's almost as if they celebrate the judgmental thing to get a reaction out of you in the Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands, to make you a bit defensive, to make you a little bit insecure, maybe so that you're not so forward thinking before he can be forward thinking enough to, you know, be there in this Ten of Cups with you instead of be at odds with it. I mean, it's almost saying as if, like, they may not have been the best version of themselves tonight. They may have been sleepy, crabby, cranky, or whatever. Whenever you had the disagreement, they may have been feeling this deeply. They know they were abrasive. They know they were a bit prickly, but they also feel good and celebrate the judge. It's like they celebrate the judgment. They celebrate what maybe they could work on with you too, to know maybe what you're insecure about in the Four of Swords. What have you laid down, laid to rest that gives you a headache about yourself, makes you defensive, you know, so that they can turn this Ten of Cups around for you both. It's just a part of them getting to know you. They do celebrate the good and the bad, but if we keep looking at the bad, you may never talk again. Don't give in to the past or the past ideas of what you were thinking he may have been or could have been that was kind of scary or strange or weird or different from the persona of that energy that attracted him to you in the first place. So you're seeing a little bit of a darker side. That's okay. You know, there's always two sides of the coin. Pineapple juice, Ari. Just keep some pineapple juice around. I bet you every time that throat is sore and you go and gargle with a little bit of pineapple juice, you're going to feel better, I promise. And that problem is going to go away. You could even make it out of like a hot toddy if you wanted to. Warm up the pineapple juice, add some lemon. Maybe you add a dash of orange juice. So there's some different terpenes in there that will help add some honey, warm it up. It's really nice, cough syrup and sore throat elixir. For sore throats or scratchy throats or uncomfortable throats. Okay, Mahogany, if you want to get your reading, your free reading now, we can do that too, sweetheart. Just let me know what you want to do. Okay, dear, go ahead and put your 3 questions in chat when you're ready. I'm gonna just set a timer so I don't miss the timing for the next collective message, which will be in about 30 minutes. Oh, puppy! I don't think that you should be over there right now. Come here. I'm sorry. It's just not safe. You want to go to bed? Well, you know, you could just go to couch. You could also go to human dog bed. You also have your own doggy dog bed on the floor. Why do you have to take a nap on the laundry like a cat? You're not a cat. You're a chihuahua. A chihuahua. Oh, you got puppy dog twinkle eyes on. You just want someone to hold you? I can hold you. Uh-oh. You boobs? You boobs? Well, I was just telling you that you should get some pineapple juice and add some lemon and orange juice to it, like just a dash. Add some honey, warm it up. It's really good sore throat elixir or cough syrup. Or even just gargling with a little bit of pineapple juice will help with that sore throat, I promise. Are you better now? Are you better? More whiny, whiny. What should I do about the re-situation? Okay, what changes are coming into your life and what is coming in for you career-wise? Okay, great. Those are great questions. Do you want to sit on my lap? You think that's something you might want to do? Okay. You gonna stay right there? Okay, I think she's comfortable. Probably just gonna stay right there. Spirit, I'm calling forth her most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Mahogany need to know about what she should do about the Reese situation right now? What should Mahogany do about the Reese situation? You went down? Okay, run away. Run away. Okay, and what changes are coming into Mahogany's life? Spirit, what do her most trusted and strongest spirit guides need her to know about that? Can you clarify this, Spirit, for me, please? pretty good cards here. What is coming in for Mahogany career-wise, Spirit? This card didn't flip over, but it did come out of the deck a little bit, so I think there's something significant about it. So we're going to just take a look at it anyways. Lots of transformation in your career. You're going to be working harder. You're going to be working harder than ever. You're going to be looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. It may even like start to get to you're like, when am I going to get a break? When am I going to get to take a vacation? When am I going to get to yeah, so in regards to your career, you're going to be getting a job soon and getting to work. It might not be something that you want to do for the rest of your life, but it will be transformative so that you can move on to something that is. So you got the Seven of Wands, the Tower, the Death card, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Three of Swords. So, you know, you might start off this new job or this new income hustle feeling defensive that you even have to try. But you don't have to try. You don't have to lift a finger, okay? But what you do have to do is persevere through maybe anything that might make you feel defensive or make you give up, okay? Protect your peace like a gemstone. The Tower card is letting you know that this is something you can really build upon in the Tower card. You know, not only to help you calm yourself and stay focused, but also building upon your dreams with whatever the situation is bringing income. And your career-wise, you know, it will be transformative, transform you into the knowing and the being of what you've always embodied regarding the career that you want. You will be working hard to make your money. You'll be working hard for the money, girl, okay? Seven of Pentacles. But look, it will lead you to the light at the end of the tunnel in this Hermit card. You might spend some more time alone, but you know, you got us here, and I'm pretty sure you have friends everywhere. So don't forget us, because if you start to feel heartbroken, don't, because we're always here to talk to, and this change that you're going through, that like you asked what's coming into it, has a lot to do with your love life as well. Your love life goes from burdensome to true love to justice, which I think, you know, in the not too distant future, it could really lead to love and a true love and a marriage possibly, you know, that leads you down a path where, you know, you can focus in on more things that you want to in your life. Regarding Reese, what you should do about the Reese situation, stay in your power. Got the Star card here. Maybe your love story with him feels intangible, but you guys will always be friends, and something once again to celebrate is that connection that you have. You know, you can't just make a connection. So what's the best thing to do regarding the situation? Start embodying the version of the story that you want. Okay, before you get too bored with it, because you're in the embryonic stage here in this Page of Wands, and it really has a chance to take flight, but you're keeping it in this stalemate, in this Four of Cups, with the story you keep telling yourself about it. This disagreement you had, people have disagreements all the time. That doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That doesn't mean that you'll never talk again. Okay? It only means that you will learn from the experience you're having, and do you want to take the higher road? Taking the higher road is going to be the right road for you, Mahogany. And what does that road look like? Does it look like the yellow brick road to Oz, or does it look like the yellow brick road of Piss? So be thinking about what version of him you want, what version of anybody that you want. This doesn't just, what we're talking about with him doesn't just pertain to your love story. It pertains to your career, your health, your wealth, your family, your friends, your living situation, your pets. it's a state of mind every day. It's kind of like being a goth. You know, we're like, it's just a lifestyle, or it's like vegans. They have a lifestyle, or vegetarian, it's a lifestyle. People who work out, people who are wrestlers, that's a lifestyle. What does your lifestyle look like to you in that star card? You're the star of your movie. Now, I'm not saying that means, that doesn't mean that you're narcissistic. That doesn't mean that that's main character syndrome that you need to take on or anything like that. Or the star doesn't mean like, you know, anything in regards to being or feeling that you're above everyone else like stars in the sky. But you do have to understand that it's your reality, it's your conscience. And what you're telling yourself, what you're embodying is what you're going to get. If I sat around all day and I bitched, and I moaned, and I complained about the people who hate me on YouTube. If I sat around all day and cried about the shit people talk about me, man, I'd be dead. But you get to a certain point in your life, y'all, where you just stop giving a fuck about what everybody else thinks, and you start thinking about what you think about yourself. And you start thinking about what you think about the world and how you want to see it and what you want to experience. Because nobody else is having the experience that you're having except you. That's why I always say, wherever you go, there you are. This is something my mom taught me. So you can't fuck it up either. Oh, we might have we might make mistakes, and nobody's perfect, but that's what makes it so interesting. And forgiving is always good. You know, you don't have to think of him anymore, that version of him being judgmental to you. More than before. And, you know, when you get to that point, and it's not that you don't give a damn about people. It's just that you get to a point in your life where you're happy with who you're going to be when you get to the end of you. You don't have to be more than just yourself. You know, it's the little things that count. So stop compelling what you don't want towards you, okay? Because I see that Ten of Wands and how you're feeling about your love life. Like it's instead of it becoming a burden, no, instead of it becoming a love story that feels good, that makes you happy, it's become a burden. It's become tough. Like a tough steak that you know you can't chew it because it's rubber. And that's not what being in a relationship is about. You want to be happy single, and you can have that. A lot of people kind of think, I think that a lot of people think that, you know, I think they're shocked because I say that kind of thing, and I also embody that and live that every day. But that doesn't mean that I'm not embodying and living from the idea of what I want to experience with my cosmic husband. Do you see what I'm saying, Mahogany? So is Reese your cosmic husband, or is he somebody else's husband? Is Reese your cosmic partner, or is he somebody else's cosmic partner? Is Reese your cosmic judgmental accountability person, or are they somebody who's maybe not so good for you, and maybe they're just verbally abusive, or, you know, if you're not feeling yummy about it, what's the point? You know, you're just, at that point, you're just wasting your time. Yeah, and that's fine to be exhausted with the people thing. I can absolutely understand that. And being happy and being single happy, there's nothing wrong with that. And what that does is it leads you to an even happier, healthier, wealthier relationship experience, because you know what that extra added bonus is supposed to feel like. There's no indecisiveness. You know, it's either on like Donkey Kong or it's not. Don't fool yourselves. He's afraid. She's afraid. Like, fuck that. He ghosted me. She ghosted me. What? No, it's just not the one. Okay, or maybe it is the one, but you've got to understand, all of you, any of you that might hear this, that you are the beautiful creator of your love story, your life story, your career story. What do you want to experience? There's nothing outside of you to give it to you but you. And nobody has learned this in a more hard and difficult way than me. At least it feels that way. Are we doing it right? I don't fucking know. But I will tell you, if you think that you can't manifest, then you must be brain dead. Okay, because you involuntarily manifest the way that you involuntarily breathe. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. You can't really avoid lessons. Yeah, I understand that. And lessons are so important in life. And you note them in the book of wisdom that you write in this life. And you move on. Follow that inner compass when it comes to Reese. Follow that inner compass on anybody. I'm telling you, it will work. It's there to protect you. It protected you and your forefathers and your mothers and your godmothers and your great-grandmothers and whoever you know, it took 1 million children for you to be here, Mahogany. Honor that and make sure that you hold your head up high because they're watching after you and protecting you too. Your ancestors and your most trusted and strongest spirit guides is what I speak to when I do anybody's reading. Hey Liz, how are you? Happy Labor Day weekend. Well, Ari, please wear a mask wherever you go and then you won't get sick. I know, I sound crazy, but if you wear a mask when you get on the bus, you'll be fine. Especially if you go home and you wash your hands. Keep your hand sanitizer with you. I know I sound like I'm a mom freak or something, or a germaphobe, but like, you know, if I'm hanging out with my neighbors and I see them on the street, I don't feel like I need a mask. I feel like, okay, I can go walk around the neighborhood and I'll be fine. You know, I'll be fine. But like those public places, supermarkets, shopping malls, fucking gas stations, the bus, the subway. Just cover yourself in a whole trash bag. Get yourself a gas mask. It's bad out there. Liz just needs a cute hot guy on the beach who wants to hang out. You turned him down. I can't believe I did. It probably would have helped my headaches I've been getting. Oh no, you've been getting headaches. Make sure you get some peppermint essential oil. Get yourself some lavender to soothe on top of that. You can even get like these little things like this. Vicks makes them, but there's actually, I get the other ones like at Sprouts or like the Whole Foods or like nutrition stores. You can even fill them. You can buy them and like get them empty and fill them with like your favorite essential oil. And they have like a little tube inside that will absorb the oil. So like you can make your own smelling salts. I always like to fill mine with lavender and peppermint. They even make the migra sticks, so you don't even have to make something like this. And I promise you it'll help with the headaches this season coming in. Lavender is a holistic antihistamine, so that might help. You might be getting the headaches because the season is changing. You cried a little after the harshness from the argument or whatever it was, but I guess that's just how I release nowadays. That's okay. It's okay to cry. Like, our Creator wouldn't give us tears. The universe wouldn't have given us tears if we weren't supposed to cry, okay? Your Creator gave you tear ducts so that you could cry because you're supposed to cry. And crying can be a good thing. I don't do cry. You don't want to see me cry. I ugly cry. But it's okay to cry, I promise. I just don't have any more tears. All I have is smiles now. Oh, you had peppermint that helped. Wonderful. Well, I'm so glad you got to talk this time, Liz. That's awesome. That's very good news. So keep me updated, Mahogany. You can reject that version of him that you don't like. You know what? Sometimes my dad, Frank and Dad, will show up a version of himself I don't like. But you know what? that doesn't mean that I don't unconditionally love him. And even if he was just a friend and not my dad. Okay, all of you here, I'm pretty sure there's been versions of you that I don't like. And there's probably been versions of myself that y'all don't like. And that's fine. But let's not wait around for each other to change. Let's talk about it, or let's remember each other from the version that we want from each other. Okay, instead of that fucking reality that sucks, or a reality that we don't want to be existing in, where, you know, we're all the version of ourselves where we don't want to be. Now there is that version of realities. There's 50,000 fucking different million, gazillion, billion different realities. I mean, think about all the people that are on the planet. My mentor was actually talking about this today. So how many different realities is that compared to your one reality? But trust me, that 8 other billion people with their realities, it's not your reality. You know, so what version of Reese do you want, Mahogany? Does he make you so hot and wet that, you know, you feel so yummy that you can overcome this disagreement? Because if not, babe, just keep going, okay? Don't fucking stop. Go before the devil knows your name. I'll be right back. what's that Jack White song with lyrics, two people not doing what they need to do? I think it's, I'll have to look it up. Let me look it up. Isn't that from the Blunderbuss album? Isn't that from the song he sings about being on Broadway with her? Two people who never get what's on the menu or something like that. I had my dream, I held your hand on that broad avenue. Doing what two people need is never on the menu. And that's from the Blunderbuss song. Liz, are you still there? God, I love that song. It's beautiful. Liz, I'm doing a Music is Sacred painting. I don't know if I'm going to keep the original and print him off one and print one off, like y'all can get a print of it. Or if I'm going to like give him the original and do prints. I don't know yet. But I think it's going to be totally groovy when it's done. Nothing wrong with a younger guy. All my boyfriends have been younger than me, except for the one that lied to me about his age. He told me he was 32 and he was 47. I know, right? But it's okay. He only looked like he was 25, so. But the crazy thing is that I had known him for so many years. It was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I never found out until way later, like years later, his real age, but that's okay. I forgive him. I have to put that on the menu. Alright, I'm going to do the second collective message. This is going to be a love message. Yeah. Well, you just do you, Liz, whatever feels comfortable. Okay, we're at 6202. I'm going to start the collective love message. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. Could you give us a love message through the Romance Angel cards tonight? We've got wedding. Wedding, there is marriage involved, so maybe some of you are married, or someone that you love is married, or maybe you're going to be getting married. So if you do want to get married, you know, embody the idea of you're already married. What does that being married feel like? If you are married and you want to be with someone else, well, then get unmarried and go be with them. If someone you want to be with is married, stop looking at that version of them. That's not the version of them that you want anyways. So why keep feeding it? Okay, so wedding and love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Two very beautiful messages from Spirit. I'm just going to flip the deck over and see what the bottom card on the deck is. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Maybe some of you want to have children. Maybe some of you can't have children. But maybe it's your inner child that's affecting your love story from the trauma that maybe you you endured growing up, becoming an adult. Enduring quest. Through struggle, build a bridge between the gap to find true love. You know, what is that gap? You know, keep asking yourself. You'll dream it, think it, believe it, maybe even say it to yourself out loud one day, or in, you know, just thoughts. Hey Rob, welcome back to the Chammy. Hey Alex, welcome back to the Haunted House. How are y'all tonight? Hey Molly, welcome back to the Haunted House. So, once again, you love somebody, what version of them do you want? Certainly not the version of them that you've been telling yourself about that you don't want. So, do I want to live from the version of my cosmic husband that I don't want? Hell no. No way. That would drive me crazy. So stop driving yourself crazy and start picking and choosing, you know, what do you want in your love story? You know, don't worry about it showing up. Stop waiting for it to happen. The more you wait, Liz, the more you just put things on pause. The future's not here. The past is already gone. There's only now. Now, live from now. So right now, what version of him do you want, Liz? And working on staying on the version of him, maybe that you want instead of not the one you don't want. It's okay, I got distracted too, Molly. Yeah, and that's so cool. So you weren't looking, so what that's telling you is that the self-concept work that you've been doing is working. So keep doing that self-concept work. That's very cool. And keep focusing. It works very much in your favor when you are asking and expecting instead of asking and waiting. See, it's ask, believe, receive, not ask, believe, try real hard, drive your sales crazy, and fucking, yeah. So, crash and burn. It's ask, believe, receive. Okay, now ask, believe, the fucking in, crash, burn, whatever. So, what's next? What do you want the next scene to be, Liz? Because you can have it. It's only you from within that tells yourself that you cannot, somewhere subconsciously, because of some circumstance or limiting belief. So what? He was younger than you. Like I said, all my boyfriends have been younger than me. Maybe it was 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Well, not 20 years younger, but I was just saying I've had a boyfriend who was much older than me, who lied to me about his age. I think I just told you about that. Not that I gave a fuck. But most of my boyfriends have been, you know, younger than me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years younger than me. But I've only dated 2 guys, so I've only had maybe a handful of boyfriends that didn't really end up serious. It's like, hey, let's get engaged, and then never talk about getting married ever again. I've had a few of those, so I'm done with that. All your girlfriends have been older? Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, I guess the guy that Liz met tonight was in his 20s, and that's fine, Liz. There's nothing wrong with that. He's legal. He's 18 plus. He's not a baby. He's a grown man. All 4 of them. Well, aren't they lucky ladies, Rob? So I'm just going to put some things in chat in case anybody comes in and they want to know what's going on. It'll be easy for them to find what they need to find in chat. Hey, Frank and Dad.
Hello. Hi, Ruby. Ruby's sleeping deep. Hi, Ninja. Good night. Good night, Gypsy.
Good night, Daddy. Love you. Yeah.
Getting late.
Yeah, it's late. Yeah, people, back when I did like free questions, they always wanted to like ask sex questions, and that was very uncomfortable for me. So I had to start getting the point across that sex is not for free. And if you want to ask questions about sex, just pay for the reading. You can only hear a little because your phone's acting weird. Probably is also, I have a fan on that's maybe 5-6 feet away from me. It could also be that. Oh no, you lost one of your AirPods, huh? I'm gonna have to get my EMF detector some new batteries so I can see how much EMF radiation is coming out of AirPods or earbuds compared to, say, you know, the regular headphones I use that I just plug in with the mini jack. Yeah, it does seem like a weird thing to ask about, but people ask. And it's fun. It's fun though. I mean, I feel what's very spooky about this deck that I use for the Sexual Magical Tarot is that, and even Molly can tell you, it's scarily accurate. Here's just some of the cards. Scarily accurate. Is scarily even a word? But, yeah. I feel like the Sexual Magical Tarot deck is, a little bit deeper than, say, your regular Major Arcana. It gives you, some advice. It gives you a little bit of knowledge about what to look for, and gets really into the deeper feelings and emotions of somebody. And I didn't realize that when I bought the deck, but over time I realized that, excuse me, I realized that it really does tell you a little bit more deeper things than, say, if you were just to get the regular love reading, or use, you know, the regular Rider's Waite deck, whether it be the Golden Girls deck or it be some other deck. Speaking of decks, I am making a tarot deck, which we might drop an Easter egg soon on that. Maybe you're a cougar. Well, I'm a werewolf. I refuse to be a cougar. But if you want to be a cougar, that's fine too. That's fine. It's so funny. Mallory was talking about cougars the other day. He cracks me up with his cougar jokes. Yeah, try it out sometime because it might give you a little bit more insight if you need it. Okay, so you want to get one. Okay, that's good. That's cool. And I'll note that you bought one so that if you want to get your free one later, you can. Or we can do a free one after. So put your questions in the chat, and even if you don't know what you want to ask, the cards will still tell you what you need to know. Just gonna bring up some information about the cards because I'm still studying them after 2 years. Well, I think that maybe society would consider it to be so, but I don't know, you don't have to live by those standards. You know, you could be a she-wolf instead. Like me. just looking for something. It's been so long since I did this reading. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll just go and get the book. I don't always like to read out of the book, but when it comes to this deck, it's so important to have, it's so important for me to have that aspect close by so that I'm still learning while I'm reading. I think tarot decks tell you different things, even though they all have the same meaning, the cards. Where the fuck is this thing I'm looking for? Okay, you can see I study it. I just keep the book right next to the couch all the time. Okay, if you have any specific questions, Rob, you can ask them specifically. Yes, I do have 100 tabs open. You're right. I'm that 100 tab girl. It's ADHD. ADHD at its fucking finest. I'm so organized, I have 100 tabs open. I never know when I'm going to need to go back and look at something. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that sand cat thing that you shared not too long ago. They were super cute, yes. Hey Ari, welcome back, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling better. So do you have any questions, like direct questions you'd like to ask Rob? If not, let me know. If you do during the reading, you can always ask. You can always put them in the chat. And we'll see what the cards say, or I can just continue to shuffle and see what the cards say that you need to know. What you need to know in the now. I feel like this card may resonate, so I'm just going to set it aside and we'll look at it in a little bit. It didn't go face up, but oh boy, the devil. Spirit, I'm calling forth Rob's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Once again, what does Rob need to know from the Sexual Magical Tarot deck tonight? Happy September, everybody. Okay then. I'm gonna look at the first card. Oh, I love this card, Queen of Cups. I see you motorboating someone in the not too distant future. Someone who really cares about their feelings, but your feelings as well, and your feelings and emotions are just as important to them as you know, your own feelings and emotions. So, once again, your thoughts about having fun during your foreplay and the time that you spend, you know, this intimacy is what you're really seeking here, and the person that you may be motorboating. Intimacy is important to them as well. I feel like in the Devil card, there may have been more like just straight up unadulterated sex and passion, but not the intimacy that you both have been seeking. And maybe you both are just learning what intimacy really truly is, and maybe you will both learn that together. Or maybe you will learn more about intimacy if it's something that you have been, you know, versed on for a long time. 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Spades, which is the 7 of Swords. You and this motorboating person, or you and the person that is on your mind, your heart, the one that maybe you have been exploring in the now and the not too distant future. This person definitely wants to have, you know, a happy, harmonious, and balanced, healthy sex life where you're communicating with each other. Not just, you know, not just on the phone or text messages, but, you know, communicating through that intimacy. Not just words either, but through the intimacy that you both crave, instead of staying on these thoughts of, you know, that once again don't serve you in the 7 of Swords. This can be, once again, turning your back on the feelings that you want to express. It may have been more of that in the past. You know, not too sexy feelings, like, how can I get here? How can I get to this space? And I think it's so interesting. There's a ladder here. Okay, there's a ladder here. So I feel also, Rob, that Spirit is telling you something in this ladder. It's telling you to research the climbing the ladder technique, which is to see how long it takes you to manifest something, just to kind of test it out. Go around your house and put little signs in the places you dwell the most. Maybe it's your bathroom, maybe it's the kitchen in the morning, maybe it's next to your bed, maybe it's your desk, maybe it's your car. I don't know, but make little notes that say, I will not climb the ladder. And remind yourself that you will not climb this ladder. Every time that you see that you're reminded by this sign that says, do not climb the ladder, do not climb that ladder. I will not climb the ladder. And before you go to bed at night, with whatever it is that is on your mind, whether you're somebody who goes to bed at night with the desires that you want to manifest, the desires that make you feel comfortable, the desires that make you feel right, and in the right state of mind, like what are those desires? And start telling yourself that you will climb the ladder. You will climb the ladder to your desires, the intimacy that you want, the passion that you want, the clarity that you want, the authoritative power in your life that you want, etc., etc., the control that you want on your life to be the best babe in total control of himself. And tell yourself, I will climb the ladder. As you fall asleep, I will climb the ladder. And fall asleep telling yourself that. And then see how long it takes for you to see a ladder or climb a ladder. The technique is a Neville Goddard climb the ladder technique, but I feel like that ladder in this card is telling you, I mean, I certainly don't think it's telling you to get a ladder piercing. I think it's telling you to definitely look to climb the ladder. But you've got to play this little trick on your mind. And this will also set you up for the techniques where you're tricking yourself. You know, even if you have to lie to yourself about what you want, oh, I'm gonna, you know, the housing market's gonna get, it's better already. So that you're compelling that housing market to be ready at a time that's good for you. You know, whether it be Florida, Nashville, Atlanta, California, whatever. I know we're getting into real estate and we're on sex cards, but once again, that ladder and that manifesting technique is always with you because you're involuntarily manifesting. So what do you want in regards to the intimacy in your life? You know, you want more laughing and motorboating intimacy? You know, or do you just want, you know, straight up kind of, you know, you're the werewolf on the inside, the hairy beast on the inside that's uncomfortable with yourself, uncomfortable with others, uncertain of where you want to go, where you want to be? Or do you want to be that a werewolf on the inside once again, like, where are you? What are you living from? What are you telling yourself? So practice that ladder technique. Because it's going to give you an idea. Does it take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 day, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month for me to climb the ladder? And you'll literally find yourself, like that song from the Talking Heads, climbing a ladder to maybe put a poster up or hang a curtain or do a painting or get something out of a cabinet or work or just something. Or you may see a ladder. If you see the ladder and you don't climb it, that's letting you know that your manifestation is coming. It's on its way. It's happening. The universe is co-conspiring with you to create whatever it is that is your heart's desire. King of Swords, Knight of Chalices, Knight of Cups again. Your sensitivity, your empathy, 7 of Cups. Like it's like you know what you want. You know that you want to be that authoritative power in your life that says yes or no, but sometimes you're still like, what does she want? Is that okay to ask? Yes, it is okay to ask what she wants, but still not at your mental wealth's expense. Okay, protect your mental wealth like a precious gem and protect your mental wealth through your sexuality as well, like a precious gem. I mean, Knight of Chalices is telling you to maybe get more into touch with, you know, what is wholesome and what is nurturing and what is patient and kind, instead of kind of hurrying it up to get into position to make everything and everyone else in this Seven of Chalice is comfortable, whereas you don't even know what you want or what you like right now. You're not even sure what you like or what you want right now in that Seven of Cups. I mean, you do, but you could define and refine it, or unrefine it, and still be, you could still be happy, and it's not perfect. You know, nothing is really perfect ever. That's what makes it, makes it, everything so perfect, actually. I know it sounds weird, but Seven of Wands, you're just not sure, still might be feeling a little defensive, especially in the situation you're in. It's kind of like, do I stay or do I go? Do I kiss her? Do I not kiss her? Am I touching her right? Am I not touching her right? She's not touching me right. What if I tell her if she's not touching me right and I want to die inside? She tries to kill me. But it's going to be okay, because you're going to talk about it. Okay, and then you're going to kiss and make up. No matter how angry they get in that Death and that Three of Wands, you know, no matter how many times things look like they might be going in a way that doesn't serve you, you can change it by not waiting around for others to change, and actually changing it by communicating through, once again, intimacy. You know, what sensations come up knowing that you have this power in your life to drive your romantic situation and your sexual situation in a place where you want it to be, so that for the rest of your life you're having a happy and harmonious sexual relationship with somebody that makes you feel whole and complete, and instead of hollow, like this Two of Spades, this Two of Swords, where you're giving, and you're not really getting back what you feel you deserve regarding intimacy, passion, sex, love. You know, and even just hot sex, quick hot sex. Quickies can be just as intimate as you know, I mean, just as intimate as any other experience that might be intimate to you. How about I just say it like that, without getting too rude? But there is a whole lot of intimacy for you to experience, not just through sex. I feel like, you know, through your learning experiences and all kinds of different categories in your life. Many of the cards here were cups and wands. You had very little swords. You seem to know where you want to go with this, and Spirit's saying, in this plate of apples here, like, you know, how do you feel about them apples, knowing that, like, there isn't anybody that can hold it over your head in the Six of Pentacles. You give and give and give, and as long as you keep giving to yourself, you know, and you're good to others, you know, you're going to reap the benefits, especially when you're good to yourself, and the fact that, you know, you're, once again, your self-respect in the Six of Pentacles makes you more romantically and sexually attractive in the way that you give, in the way that you love, in the way that you care, and in the way that you show yourself intimately and empathetically as well. So, you know, it's not all a bed of roses. It can sometimes be a bed of thorns, but it doesn't always have to be so difficult, Rob. And you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Okay? It's your reality. It's your love story. It's your sex life. It's your, you know, go to that happy place before you go to bed tonight. You know, where is it that your mind is dwelling the most in regards to what you want to manifest the most in your life that's important to you, and will make your life better now and in the not too distant future. You know, don't go too far into the future. That might stress you out. Don't go back into the past, because it's not going to come back. The past is done. There's no past, there's no future. There's only now. So what do you want? I hope that reading helped you understand some things in some kind of ways of your manifesting, you know, your love life, your intimacy, and your happiness and joy. Yes, communication can be very intimate. Yes, indeed. There's so much more to intimacy, and it goes much further than the pussy or the dick. Okay? And it goes much further than just communication. I mean, yes, communication is a very, very important part of it. I agree, Liz. But it's what you do with that communication that also benefits from. So I'm going to do the next collective message, which is, let's put the timestamp in. So we've done it. Oh, that's really loud. That scared me. So I'm going to do the third collective message. If anybody wants to get a reading, please make a payment now. If you guys want to talk about anything, spirituality, love life, dating, manifesting, spiritual education, feel free to throw in any questions you might have. If I can get 2 more likes, I'll stay a little bit later and put on the spirit box. If I can get 200 likes, I will, let you guys ask any question you want to the spirit box. If I get 2,000 likes, who knows what the hell I'll do. Oh my goodness, Sin. Hey, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back to the haunted house. It's so good to see you, babe. Long time no see. Oh, I'm so glad it made you snort and giggle. I love it when you snort and giggle. And I love when we can snort and giggle together. It's intimate. That's the best part about being friends, is laughing together. I think that's true joy and intimacy that you can experience with the people that are just your friends that you're not having sex with. How have I been? Recovering. The dog almost died, and I had to give the vet my rent, but so many wonderful people helped me out, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I need to make a little video about it. Yeah, in your dreams, in your next life, Quan. But you know what? I'm just recovering from the paying the doctor back. What it was like, I think it was $2,500, and plus I had to spend $400 before that, just at a ER vet, so she could make it through the night. Your dog passed away. I'm so sorry, Sin. That sucks. Well, don't worry. They're always with you, and it's not about your physical form, it's about your consciousness. So their consciousness is still there and still aware. So keep talking to that little soul, because it's important to them, okay, that you guys keep talking. So I'm just going to do the collective message on career now. I'm going to put a timestamp in the chat. I did one at the beginning about 15 minutes into the show that was a message from Spirit. And then about an hour into the show, I think maybe 30 minutes into the show, I did a love reading. Now I'm about an hour or so. Okay, well maybe Spirit doesn't want me to use those cards. So here's a collective message on career. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. If that didn't come out right. Collective. Oh well, fuck it. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides to do a collective message on our careers, and maybe you can shed some light on the path with that now and the not too distant future. Spirit saying in the Nine of Pentacles, enjoy what you have. And whatever it is that you're doing is going to propel you into the not too distant future with success, finances, and money to be able to take care of yourself and stay on your throne in this High Priestess. Okay, Spirit does have your back with whatever it is you're doing to bring in money, to bring in that ideal career and what you want it to look like. But remember to keep living from it. You want to be a rock star, you're already a rock star. You want to be a real estate agent that's the hottest real estate agent, the hottest market in the country, you got it, it's already yours. You wouldn't have it if you didn't already desire it, and because you desire it and want something, it's already yours. So, Nine of Pentacles, once again, letting you know that whatever you're working hard at right now, it's going to propel you into a stable situation where, you know, people are looking up to you, you're happy with that version of yourself, you're able to take care of yourself, staying on your throne in your power. Okay, you are this high priestess, spirit has your back. Okay, if there's something that's not working out with you and someone else, try to talk to them about it before you say, hey, you get off my cloud. But honestly, if somebody's cramping your style, tell them to peace out, because your peace of mind is your most precious gem when it comes to creating your home. Okay, so think of your mind as your home, because that's where your consciousness lies. Okay, if something triggers you, write it down and work through it. If there's something in your home that triggers you, get rid of it. If it's something that's sentimental, and it triggers you and it brings up something for you that's not comfortable, but you love it and it's difficult to get rid of, give it to somebody you love. Okay? The last card is the Fool. This is the card of impulse. This is the card where it's like, I'm ready to just go. Flying by the seat of my pants. And that's okay. Because as long as you stay flying by the seat of your pants in regards to what it is that brings you joy, the more that you live as this delusional fool, you know, but within reason now, okay? We all know that if you jump off a bridge, you're going to die, maybe. So don't do, you know, things that might hurt you, like jumping off a diving board into a bed of rocks. Like, don't do that, okay? Don't go ahead first. But, you know, do consider what it takes to make some of your dreams come true. It can't always be a bed of roses, but it doesn't always have to be a bed of thorns, okay, or a crown of thorns. Welcome back, Metal Rain. Does Ileana suspect another woman too? Oh, no, there is no other woman. Excuse me. Will there be? Is Ileana trying to hold on to me? Yes, yes, and yes, but let's see what the cards say. Spirit, well, let me get all the cards, because I dropped some on the floor, and maybe Spirit wants the whole deck instead of just half the deck. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about Ileana tonight? Does Ileana suspect another woman? Does she suspect another woman? Oh, that's so interesting that you got the Queen of Pentacles, because that is very much an indication that, well, it's, first of all, it's a yes card, but it's also one of the cards that means, like, yes, another woman or a third party. So, yeah, she is going down that path, but at the same time, she's got the High Priestess energy here. She's not too worried about it, but she does suspect that maybe there might be someone else taking your mind or your thoughts, your effort away from her. Not really realizing that it's just her drug use and her constant indecisive energy. So I also feel like, within regards to I also feel like, you know, what you're asking about, and will there be another woman, is that yes, and something has already started for you in this Page of Pentacles and this Three of Wands that is here now, that will bloom and blossom into something here that's blooming now in the Page of Pentacles, that will become something very special in the not too distant future. It could very well be starting with your thoughts, starting with your self-concept, starting with the things that make you joyful, the thought of the version of Ileana you want, or the version of the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Okay? Am I getting off soon? I hope. Oh, sorry, that's rude. Do you mean am I logging out of YouTube soon? Maybe. I don't know yet. Depends on who buys a reading, sweetheart. I'm at 31%. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Is Ileana trying to hold on to him? Is Ileana trying to hold on to him? Welcome back, Molly. Is Ileana trying to hold on to Metal Rain? Okay, that card fell on the floor. I'm not even going to worry about it. Let's just focus on the cards here. So, yeah, she is trying to hold on to you while also holding on to her authoritative power. You've got the Emperor as a yes indication, and then the Queen of Wands, you know, and the cat can very well represent Gemma. She's thinking more about Gemma's well-being over hers, to be honest. I don't know if you've been talking to her about that, but the Queen of Wands is showing a little bit more compassion for her pet and worry, in fact, that she just wants to give her the best. And could very well mean that she wants to give the best version of herself to you and everyone else too. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like if we just spent like a couple days in the idea that she's gotten the help she needs and she's the version of herself that we want. It's difficult though. It's difficult. Oh, excuse me. But it doesn't have to be difficult. Yeah, it doesn't have to be difficult. I'm just helping you make it more difficult by being it's difficult. I'm sorry. It's my fault. But you know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been waiting, and we've only been making it more of a stalemate for her. Okay, so I have 10% on my phone and 30% on the iPad. So I'm just going to take a little break real quick and get a drink. And then we're going to put the spirit box on since we are at 11 likes, okay? I'm not really sure of your question, Snea Richaria. I'm not really sure what you're trying to ask. But if you'd like to buy a reading, it's only $6. You can do Super Chat, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You know, and it'll all clear up once you let it go. I'll be right back. And I'm just putting the spirit box together, okay? If anybody wants to get a paid reading, I'm still available and open to it. $6 for 3 questions. You can also get an 1111 love reading, a $15 XXX love reading. You can get a $20 past,
now
present, or future reading.
SB7 mode.
You can also get the $30 general reading. I had a lot of fun doing that sexual magical tarot reading. That was fun. I don't get to do those often. I wonder how scarily accurate his reading will be. I wonder if he fell asleep. So yes, there's people, you're right. So the REM pod's just probably going off because I'm moving around, so. Hopefully, we'll get that straightened out. Okay, this is probably going to be the best place for it. God, I hate that noise. If there's any spirits that would like to say hello to us. I don't know how to tell you how to speak to us on the REM pod, but or the spirit box. But if you could touch the spirit box. I mean the REM pod like this. This is the REM pod. You can also maybe speak through the speaker. Maybe I'm just not sure how to tell you, spirit, how to talk to us. Maybe just say something so we know you're there. I'm just gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. I should probably turn off the call center while I'm away from the desk. If there's any spirits with us now, can you please touch the REM pod? Or say hello in the spirit box. Okay, I probably got too close to the REM pod. Not a lot going on in the spirit box, huh? Hello. Did it just say test? Yes, this is a test. Can you hear me? Is there anybody there? Any spirits or any energy that wants to reach out to us and communicate? Spirit, are you with us now? Can you hear me? Lift to you too, Spirit. Spirit, can you see me? If you're with us, can you touch the REM pod? If you're not able to speak to us, can you touch the REM pod? Can you tell us your name or what you'd like to be called? Spirit, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. If anybody would like to get a paid reading, go ahead and make your payment now. As I'm going to be closing the spirit portal in about 10 minutes. Hi Zara, welcome to the haunted house. How are you? That was really loud. Spirit, have you ever been here with us before? Yeah. What's your name? Do you want me to just continue to call you Spirit? Spirit, are you happy on the other side? Are you on the other side? Maybe it will read the chat. Can you read the chat, Spirit? Well, Ari, I don't want you to feel alone in the many harsh lessons about life. We all go through it. It's just a part of learning. It's just about, learning wisdom, learning the ways of life. We all go through it. It's not because you did anything wrong. It's not because you did anything bad in the past. It's not even a past life thing. It's just something we go through. But you don't have to go through any more harsh realities if you stop expecting it. Yeah, I understand. You keep rinse repeating the same cycle again. And it's probably because there's something you have to learn that you haven't learned yet. Yeah, you'll get there. You've got us. You're not alone in your journey. Spirit, were you once alive? Were you once alive, Spirit? Yeah. Okay. Are you female or male? Or are you just consciousness? Are you consciousness, Spirit? Were you once living? Were you once living, Spirit? Do you have any important messages for us tonight, Spirit? What is the most important message you have for us tonight? We're here to acknowledge you, and we come here in respect. We come here to remember you. Good afternoon, Hannah. Welcome to the Haunted House. I asked Spirit, were you once living? Were you a living human being once? Were you a living human being, Spirit, at one time? I don't know, that's something for you to think about, and for something for us to talk about. So think about it. What is it that you keep experiencing? And then what is it that you have learned from it? And are you applying that which you are learning? So that you are becoming or are or feel as if you are the best version of yourself that you can be right now. What does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? Stuff like that. So just remember that as within, so without. What are you embodying? You may even be embodying much of this rinse, repeat, recycle, relearn kind of energy. Because once again, you're expecting it. Like, here's an example. The less I sit around worrying about, am I going to hear about things I don't want to hear about today? The less I worry about that, the less that kind of stuff shows up. Well, yeah. And are you able to let any of that go, or do you feel like you have to teach them a lesson because of it? That may be what it is. That you're not able to just, okay, alright, well, he's a loser. Peace out. Instead, you might be putting a lot of your energy into time and space that gets your thoughts into an idea, and you can't get off of it because you haven't gotten him back, or you haven't stung him back, or you haven't. Do you see what I mean? Instead of just letting it go, oh well, fuck it. It is what it is. It doesn't have to be this all the time, you know, the being there dishonest, stinging you, wasting your time, and you don't have to give them anything back. Except, okay, that's fine. You don't even exist in my reality anymore, is what you need to be giving them back, because that's what they deserve. They do not deserve to live in your precious memory, and that is the fucking lesson that you are here to learn today. Okay? That's what it is. And I don't know where I just channeled it from, but that's exactly what it is. I think that's what it is. To learn to turn your back on what doesn't serve you. Because if you keep expecting it and embodying it, it's what's going to keep showing up. Hello. I'm getting ready to go to bed, so good morning in Germany, but guten night in America. I probably said that terrible, and my German's horrible. Do you know what's really interesting, though, about the language of Germany is that I can actually read it very well. It's so easy to read German, but oh my god, it's more difficult for me to speak it or learn the language. It's more difficult than Russian for me, so go figure that. But I can't read Russian for shit. But I think that the German language is very interesting, as it's very easy for me to read, but yet I've never studied it. I mean, I speak English, but I also, you know, Greek, Kuni Greek, Ancient Greek, and some Italian. A little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French, a little bit of Tagalog, which is what they speak in the Philippines. Hey Fiona, welcome back to the haunted house. How are you, babe? Yeah, I don't like my time being wasted either, Ari, but I've had to chalk it up to this. After having partners who have wasted my time, feeling like they have wasted my time, okay? I've just had to forgive them and move on. And take it as if I didn't waste my time. That was a learning experience, so I can be a better girlfriend, a better lover, a better wife, a better partner, a better friend, a better Stormy, a better Chloe, a better me. Well, I don't think anybody takes anybody choosing them to do wrong to them lightly. So that's already a very natural and normal feeling, okay? Nobody chooses, nobody chooses for that to happen to them. But everybody always feels that way. Not taking someone's it's normal to not take it like, oh, someone screwed me over. it's normal to feel like you don't have to take that lightly at all. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that you have to take lightly, but it is something that you do have to go lightly about. You know, there's no like getting in his face and being like, you fucking did this. Don't go there, okay? Because it's not gonna change him. Okay, you're gonna be sitting there waiting around to change him. And there's nothing to change but self. And I think that it's sometimes a little bit too difficult for some people when they're in the embryonic stage of understanding how they involuntarily manifest. Where they'll rinse, repeat, recycle this kind of stuff because they aren't capable of changing how the experience shows up to them because, okay, they're in an embryonic stage of learning how to wield their power regarding manifesting, regarding that energy and that gift that you've been given to compel what you want towards you instead of what you don't get. And that can also get very confusing because there are so many different theories and logic to manifesting. But you know what? I don't fuck the whole manifesting thing. It's like you are what you eat, what you embody, and what you believe in, and is what you're going to experience. So you've had more experiences that were negativism. So that's what you experience. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I'm going to turn the spirit box off because they're not really saying anything to us and it's draining my energy, so. I'm also going to go to bed. Yes, I'm going to bed, Spirit. If there's anything that you want to say to me or to us before I turn off the spirit box, you should say it now or forever hold your peace. And you should touch the REM pod if that's how you want us to know you're here. If you can't speak to us. Yeah, they're here to help us grow as individuals, and I just feel like at the end of the day, when there's so much I have experienced, tried. I mean, I'm not saying that I am, I'm not saying that I am experiencing what I don't want to experience. I mean, I am definitely experiencing what I embody. Just so I can survive, just so I can keep living here at the haunted house, just so I can keep, food on the table. But I want like so much more. I want so much more, Ari. Okay? So I have to give it to myself. I have to change the ideas that I have or have had about my life and where it's going and how it's going. There's nothing outside of me to give it to me but me. Yes, I'm taking off my clothes. Thank you so much, everybody who came by to hang out with me and talk tonight. Ari, you're going to get through this. I know that you do it to express your anger, but you're not exactly expecting that the change, from it or that they will care. But that's what I mean is that that's probably what you have to learn here, is not giving a fuck. Reacting to what you don't like as little as possible or not at all. Exactly is what you need to do. And reacting a very little to what you do like. If at all. So that you can start practicing not giving a fuck. And I don't mean not giving a fuck about people. Okay? But just not giving a fuck what the fuck they fucking think of you. Like I said, if I sat around and thought, what the fuck do other tarot card readers, or what about other singers or musicians or guitar players? Oh, what the fuck did other YouTubers think about? If I sat around and fucking did that all day, I'd be a dead woman. I would literally spiral out and crash and burn. And that's what's happening to you, is you're literally spiraling out and crashing and burning. And rinse, repeat, recycle. Rinse, repeat, recycle. And you gotta stop doing that to yourself. It's not worth it. I know, but you do care what they think. when they start to think about doing you wrong, you just said it yourself, you give a fuck about that. You think that they just do it because they're a doofus? Because you're acting as if they diabolically create the situation and think it out like a chess game. And that's not happening either. It's happening because whoever or whatever you're attracted to is about as smart as a log. Probably a log will give you more attention. Okay, and actually give you a comfortable place to sit. You know, and it could just be the kind of guys you're attracted to. I mean, I don't know what your experiences have been with men, but you will continue to have this. I really hate to have to say this, but it could really start with the kind of relationships you have had with men just growing up. And once you realize that not all men are like what you had just said about the same experiences you keep having again and again. If you could make some friends with some cool guys, you probably have some real reliable friends for the rest of your life without having to, you know, buy anything for them or have sex with them. Okay? Yes, I know that you value honesty. We all value honesty. Okay? But most people are shitty people. And most people don't know how to be friends, just like most people don't know how to read or write cursive. Yeah. So you have to learn to also value yourself over someone else's bullshit and walk away from it. Okay, they inherently decided to hurt me, so why should I give them an ounce of my energy? Why should I let them live in my precious memory? Well, yes, and it's the poor thoughts that you have regarding many people having poor choices, making poor choices. So now, Ari doesn't associate with people who make poor choices anymore. In fact, the universe is co-conspiring with Ari to bring in people who only make good choices for themselves and for her. To only bring in people who have her best interest at heart. Do you understand me? And that is the fucking story you tell yourself. Even if you have to lie to yourself to compel what you want towards you. Is it going to hurt that much to lie to yourself about that one little fucking thing? No. People do it all the time and become billionaires because of it. And they win the lottery because of it. You know, they find the love of their life because of it. They win a car or a house or like I just said, money. So you keep working on yourself. That's what Spirit is telling you again and again and again and again. Good night, Spirit. That's why you're having these experiences again and again and again and again. It's just like I've done this with Molly before. What, you know, Stormy, why am I having these? Why is this happening again and again and again and again and again with every guy? Because you fucking let it. Stop giving yourself away for free. Stop giving your thoughts away, your feelings away, your time away, your empathy away, stop. Just fucking stop. And start getting in control of the thoughts and the feelings and the life that you want to live. If something doesn't align with something that you want to experience, don't be about it. Stand up for yourself, because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. I mean, look, you were head over heels about Dunkin' Donuts guy. I don't know that I could take a second to even consider the guy at Dunkin' Donuts, because I'm so, and it's not that because he works at Dunkin' Donuts, it's just because I am so far removed from being in a relationship or being in a partnership. Like, I'm happy being single. The more happy you are, Ari, being single, the happier you're going to be and the more ready you're going to be in an actual happy and harmonious, healthy relationship where you're spending 3 to 4 times a week or a month creating nostalgic moments again and again with yourselves, between each other, your friends, your loved ones, even if it's just online and you're having a cup of tea on FaceTime and they're long distance. Okay, they're not going to ask you for tit pics. They're not going to give you dick pics. They're not going to ask for pussy pics. You're probably not going to ask for any of that until until the future. When, or if at all, until you feel comfortable with that sexually, even. Oh, God. Oh, ouch, ouch. Hurt my ankle. I just hit my ankle. That only went off because I hit my ankle on the table. Did anyone win the $1 billion? Yes, I won it. It was me. I think we would have already known, like, if somebody won the $1 billion, right? Wouldn't they said it? Yeah, that would be nice fun. Man, I played, but it was like every number I played was like the next number was the winner. What the fuck? That's gotta stop. Yes, their poor choices towards you were awful. Ari. Just like my poor choices of numbers. No. I refuse to accept that any of us lost. We won. We're going to Malibu for a vacation, and then we're all going to go somewhere else that we've always wanted to go to. I don't know, Japan, China, Greek islands, Scandinavia. You can't talk me into Haiti or Madagascar, though. Not going to happen. Maybe Barbados. Not sure about Costa Rica. Let's see. Spirit, did anybody win the $1 billion? 17 hours ago, Publix, Kroger sold winning Powerball Mega Million. So I guess somebody won and they got it from a supermarket. Wah, 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 wah. Not sure I believe it. Oh, nobody won it. It's just that Kroger and Publix have been a high winning place to buy your tickets. So after no one won the Powerball drawing Saturday, August 30th, the lottery prizes increased to more than $1 billion for the next drawing. Man, shiver me tenders. We're gonna win that. This channel's gonna fucking win that. And then we're all gonna go on vacation together. I cannot believe that nobody won that. I'm not sure I believe that nobody won that. I don't know. Hey, Spirit, after winning $1 billion in the Powerball, how much would be left over after taxes? Yeah, it'll be a hefty sum of cash, that's for sure. Yeah, the cash payout would be like $7.5 million. 700.5 million. what Marista is saying, that if you win, you know, you should put it in a company name, not your name. Shit, put it in a trust with a company name that has a company name. Alright, y'all, I gotta go to bed. We write it done. Yeah. If you win, tell no one. If you win, claim anonymously. If you win, put it in a trust with a company name. Yeah, well, you're just about to leave because I'm logging out. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Be safe. It was so good to see you, Liz, Fiona, Ari, Zen, Metal Rain, Molly, Mahogany, Rob, everybody who maybe came by and liked the live, said hi from wherever you were tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions and your likes. Be good to yourself with your thoughts, and I will be back tomorrow. We'll do like tarot tomorrow. We'll do some more spirit boxing if I can get enough likes. If you'd like to buy a personal reading, you can always email me. Everything you need to know is in the description. It's always buy one, get one free. Yeah, exactly, Fiona. Exactly. I agree with Fiona 100% on that. If they aren't going to care, then, you know, you need to not allow them to waste more of your time and energy, especially, you know, thinking about them, or like I said in the beginning of this conversation, you know, no allowing them to live in your precious memory. Okay. I don't remember being born, so I don't know if I was really born. And you don't have to respect people who disrespect you, Ari. And the most disrespectful thing you could do would be to forget them. They don't exist in your reality. That's what they deserve. Oh, I believe in being the bigger person. I better have the biggest tits in the room. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night. I love you guys. Be safe. Kalanita. Music is sacred. Yes. Be good to yourself with your thoughts, and